Hitting your first $1 million in HVAC can feel impossible when you're in the grind every day. But look, the truth is, it's a lot simpler than you think. And in this video, I'm gonna break down step by step and I'll reverse engineer the numbers for you. And then I'll show you the 5 things that you absolutely must have in place if you wanna scale to that level. This isn't anything about theory. It's exactly how I built HVAC companies to 7 figures and beyond, and how my current clients are doing across the country. So if you ever felt like $1 million is out of reach, stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap on how to get there. Let's go ahead and get started. First, let's remove the emotions and let's just focus on math. Let's say that we only focus on doing installs, okay? And let's say that your average ticket is $10,000. Then to hit $1 million in revenue, you need to do 100 installs a year. That's it, just 100. Now, break that down even further. That's gonna be somewhere between 8 to 9 installs per month. Or for even simple math, let's say 2 installs per week. Is that achievable? Because it should be. Once you know the numbers, the path becomes real simple. The question then becomes, what needs to be in place for you to be able to consistently generate those 2 installs every single week? And what are the 5 pillars that need to be in place for you to be able to do this consistently? Look, the first pillar is the marketing and lead generation. If you don't have enough leads coming in, there's no way you're ever going to be able to sell 100 installs a year. First, we need to have a realistic marketing percentage that we're going to invest. Here's the way that it works. Ideally, 10% of your revenue target should get you there. So what does that mean? 10% of $1 million is $100,000 that goes towards marketing. So if you're just getting started and you don't have 100 grand to invest in the marketing, it doesn't matter. You could still do this. I have the formula for you to be able to invest in marketing. Here's how it works. This is what you do. You get your LLC, you go to the bank, and you apply for a business credit card. Once you get approved, you'll have somewhere between $20,000 to $25,000. That's normally what they approve you for. You're going to use that credit card and you're going to invest $10,000 per month in marketing. And I don't want to hear, look, listen, stop. I don't want to hear any excuses like, I don't know if this is going to work. That's more than I pay myself. Stop. The recipe is simple. Follow it, and then you can hit your target. It's that simple. Look, at Boost Air, my HVAC company in DFW, and with my marketing agency, Double X Digital, we learn to diversify across multiple channels like Facebook, Google Ads, SEO, YouTube, TikTok, networks, you name it, okay? The goal is to have a consistent flow of leads for replacements every single week. And look, let me be real with you. I didn't start with all those sources. Okay, when I started with Boost Air and we got to our first $1 million, we were only advertising on one source, on Facebook for system replacement and changeouts. That's how good we got at advertising and generating leads for Facebook that we were able to scale to our first million with just one source. And look, we weren't advertising crazy. We didn't have a lot of money, probably no different than you. So if you're just getting started, here's what I would do. I would advertise on social media for system replacements. I would not do anything on Google PPC. I wouldn't do on branding. I wouldn't spend money on wrapping my trucks with anything that's gonna be $20,000, $30,000. I wouldn't even do SEO. The goal here is to get leads for system replacement and make sales. That's really the goal. The rest of it, it's nice, but it's not mandatory. Once you have cash, you can do a bunch of stuff. But first, let's make money. Look, now that you have the leads, just understand that the leads alone are not gonna make you money. You need someone who's trained at answering the calls and being able to book them. That's where your CSRs come in. A strong CSR knows how to answer the phone. They know how to build trust. They know how to qualify. They know how to turn a lead into a booked appointment. It doesn't matter if they're shopping. They can put them in the calendar and your sales guy can close it. I've seen way too many owners spend thousands on ads only to have calls go to voicemails or get mishandled. If you want to scale your company, you're going to need a CSR that's trained, that understands scripts, that understands how to be accountable for a high booking rate. Look, for marketed leads, a healthy booking rate is anything above 30%. Ideally, you want to be 40 or even 50, but if you're above 30, it's healthy, and anything below that, you should really help your CSRs with training. The third pillar is the sales team. Before you hire a sales team, listen to me, you have to sign up for multiple financing companies. If you're under 1 million, you're gonna be limited to who allows you to sign up with them, because most of these financing companies want you to bring them a lot of volume, so they restrict you. So hear me out and write this down. If you have a pen and paper, write this down. You need to sign up with Synchrony, FTL, Green Skies, Mycroft, and Breezely's. You're probably thinking, why do I need to do that? You need to be signed up with all of them so you can give your sales team as much ammo as possible. They're going to need it because they're going to come across a customer who doesn't get approved, and that's when these companies come in handy. Now, when it comes to who's going to be selling, ideally, listen to me, ideally someone other than you. Why? Here's the deal. You as an owner, you're going to have way too many moving parts at all times. If you're really serious about hitting your target of 1 million or more, don't be the bottleneck. Don't hold back your operation and try to do this yourself. Most HVAC companies under 1 million don't have a good sales process in place. They'll get lazy and send an email quote, and then they wonder why they're not making money. Do not be that person, okay? Do not allow yourself to fall into that trap and say, I could do it all. You can't. Not if you want to scale, because look, 1 million isn't the goal. The goal is to go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. Okay, so instead, allow me to help you. I have the perfect hiring formula to poach $3 million or more sales guys per year. You see, private equity companies have the best teams. I figured out that the smaller companies like yourself have something private equity companies will never have. That's the ability to be flexible and be competitive. This is where you have a leg over them. If you need help hiring a top producer, do me a favor. Pull out your phone right now and text me at 469-457-3474, the phrase recruiting a sales guys. Do me a favor, text me. If you need help, I got you. I'm gonna help you hire someone. And look, I'm not even gonna charge you for it. I'm just gonna do this because I know you need it and I know it's something that's gonna help your operation get bigger. So now let's fast forward and say that you actually took my advice, you texted me, I helped you hire a salesperson, and now you have a rock star salesperson working for your company. Someone who is seasoned in HVAC sales, that has a track record, and they can actually close jobs at somewhere between 40 to 50%. Okay, so if you have enough leads, you have a CSR that books the sales guys with appointments, and the sales guys are closing, you can hit 100 installs a lot faster than you think, and probably even more installs than the 100. Okay, so listen, the next thing you need is people who can actually do the installs. There's nothing worse than selling jobs and not being able to install them the correct way. That's how companies ruin their reputation. Look, to hit $1 million, you're gonna need at least 1 to 2 install crews. If you're a brand new company and you're just getting started, it's okay if you sub out your installs at first. Okay, the goal would be to have the install crews in-house so you can monitor quality control. Each install crew should be able to handle at least 1 install per day. Remember, the goal is to hit 100 installs, not to focus on doing $200 to $300 repair calls. That's what keeps companies under $1 million mark. Now, I wouldn't turn away any repair calls if you're getting them. That's great. If you're getting them, fulfill them, do them, run them. But since we're only going to be marketing and putting our marketing dollars to homeowners who have systems that are 10, 15, 20 years and older and need to have them replaced, we want to make sure that your technician is available to support your install crews with all the callbacks they might get. With the new refrigeration that what's working right now, I promise you guys are going to deal with some form of callbacks to some extent. At Boost Air, my HVAC company in Dallas, this is exactly how we operate. We know our numbers, we get multiple lead sources going at once, our CSRs are trained to book calls, and we got a strong sales process that's reliable. We got good install crews, good service techs ready to fix anything that breaks. That's why we don't just hope for $1 million. We hit it and then we scale beyond it. At the same time, this same model that I'm sharing with you is going to work for your company and every HVAC company that puts these pieces in place. So here's the takeaways. Hitting $1 million a year isn't some impossible dream. It's 100 installs a year. It's $10,000 average ticket. If you break it down and you put these 5 pillars in place, you can make this happen. And if you want me to personally help you put this system in place, come into your company, do me a favor, send me a text message at the same number, 469-457-3474 with the word scale. Write that down. Go on your phone right now, 469-457-3474, and text me scale. And I'm gonna walk you through exactly how to hit your first $1 million and beyond. And if you got value from this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share with another HVAC owner who's chasing the $1 million mark. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.